A movie premiere is taking place next Thursday in Louisville.
So today, director Samantha and Chase Dudley join us to tell us all about their film and the premiere. This is exciting, must I say. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, tell me about what this premiere is all about.
Okay, so our film Broken Innocence is a movie we shot in 2023. We did an Indiegogo campaign and we raised about $58,000. And it was quite the experience, and it was a film that I've been trying to get off the ground for a while. We just kind of really, struggled. But once we did the Indiegogo and we raised the money, we shot it. It was a really heartfelt film. It was a film that is that deals with sexual abuse in the household, and it's not like the movie of course I Spit on Your Grave or anything. It's more of a psychological aspect of you just never know what someone is going through, and she really does not have that window of someone to talk to, and it's kind of like outside of looking in. It's kind of one of those things that I wish that we had a little bit more ways of kind of having that way where people can actually come out and speak about these things, and it just kind of shows how she's kind of masked and more so what can you do about it. And it's not like advocating murder, but it's kind of like worst case scenario, what is someone to do when they're in that predicament.
So how did you even get into directing and all of this? What's your guys' history?
So I got into it when I got with him several years ago. I was actually a musician, and
Got the vocals.
I ended up helping him with his projects, and so that's how I got into it. He was an actor at first.
Okay.
And he was really good at acting, I thought, but then he learned quickly that he was really good at directing people. So so that's when he started doing his directing, and I was helping him. I do all of his scheduling and things like that, and I just basically organize the productions.
I'm like, you're great at
I
that.
do all of that, and I schedule his interviews and fill out all his paperwork for him. And
she's bossy behind the scenes, so I'm like, hey, I need that. I need you to organize everything and put it all together.
Now, how did you go about casting? Are these people that are from locally here? Are they from all over?
These are professional actors that do this every day, and starting out it was hard, to even talk to somebody. You got a reel, and I'm like, what's that? Well, you talked to me in a couple of years, but now I'm actually Paul T. Taylor, who played Frank in our movie. He was in hundreds of movies. He was in Sin City. He was in Hellraiser. He was the new Pinhead in the 2021 version of the Hellraiser. And when I talked to him about this, he was like, I never really got to play a role like this, and he was like, I really want to, and we really collaborated. A really good character.
That's great.
And he played a very not likable guy, but he's a very down-to-earth, nice person outside of that.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you were talking about there is a psychological aspect to it. How were you able as directors to basically take yourself out of the situation? Because I know you both are parents as well.
Oh yeah, I have a 13-year-old daughter.
Right, that's difficult within itself, just trying to figure that out. So how were you able to do that?
Because I think the message is more important than, of course, my feelings, and I think this is a taboo conversation that almost no one's comfortable talking about. You mentioned that word, and everybody really kind of closed in, and I just don't think there's enough action of what to do about this kind of situation, because it's very common. 94% of women who before they turn 21, 93% of them are sexually assaulted by. Mostly is either someone they know or by a family member, and that is a very large statistic to not talk about.
Yeah, and I think for me, I just had to look at it as a whole and see the purpose of what we're trying to do. That's how I did it.
Okay, so once this is over, what's next?
Oh, well, we have a distribution deal. We just signed with Indie Right Films. They're really good.
Awesome.
So it's going to be on major streaming platforms and DVD and Blu-ray. And we actually, before we did a premiere, we actually won 16 awards across the globe. We won in India, we won in Berlin, we won in the UK, and we won at some big festivals in New York and LA.
We were actually on set when we got the phone call.
Wow.
We were filming Blood on the Bleachers, our previous film. And we got the call that we got all these awards and that we needed to pick up a whole box.
Wow.
Yeah, we won 9 awards there.
And that was just for one festival.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
No, go ahead.
So Broken Nonsense. Where at in Louisville will this premiere be happening? And I know you already kind of alluded to it, but where can people see this film after the premiere?
Got you. Broken Innocence.
Broken Innocence.
Broken Innocence. Like, wow. No, okay. Broken Innocence will be playing it's a 5 p.m. showing next Thursday at Louisville Baxter Avenue Theater, and definitely come out. It looked amazing on the big screen. I was very excited. And then, of course, it's going to be on DVD and streaming.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're going to have to make sure to check it out.
I like Broken Nonsense. I was like, no, she didn't. This was so good.
I would never do that.
Well, thank you both so much for being here. And you continue to push that entire movie, because we're going to see it and everybody else is going to know who you are. We're going to say the Dudley name by the end of the day.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And I wanted to add, there's going to be a red carpet premiere. You're going to be able to take pictures. There's going to be merchandise that you can, stickers that you can purchase and things like that at the event. You'll be able to. We'll be there. Some of the cast members will be there. Some of the producers will be there. So you're going to be able to meet pretty much a lot of people who are a part of the film.
Yeah.
All right.
It's cool to meet the people behind the scenes.
Yes.
Too. Yeah.
It's only a 45-minute drive.
Yeah. Not far for us.
Not far at all.